Good evening, folks, and welcome to the brand new 1623 studios here at 11 Pleasant Street in downtown Gloucester for a very special occasion. Tonight, the Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce is here for their ribbon cutting ceremony, sort of kick off the new address here. I am joined, as always, by my co-host, Heather Atwood. How are you, Heather?
I'm great, Corey. It's great to be here tonight. This
Yeah,
is a very exciting night.
It is. We have a lot going on here. So we have, there's music, there's live art is going on in the background. We have Hunts is here showing off cool camera equipment.
Yeah, all the geeks out there who like all that geeky stuff, drones and cameras, they come.
That's all happening right now. And of course, the chamber is here too, and people are going to start filtering in, and we're expecting a big crowd tonight. If you would like to stop by and see the new digs here at 11 Pleasant Street, please do so. But we should find out a little bit about this space in 1623 and all the things we're doing here. So
that we can tell them, yes. And I think there's somebody here who can do that for us, right?
The man, the myth, the executive director here at 1623 Studios. This is Mr. Erich Archer.
Hi, Eric.
Eric, congratulations, right? Are in order.
To you too, both of you. Thank you.
This is a special day.
It is. It is. It's exciting.
Yeah.
I have to say, it's glamorous in here. This is like media in the 2020 year, and it really looks, it makes Gloucester look chic, upscale, like there's something happening. And City Hall is right there.
I know. I love hearing that. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No,
it's come a long way. It's exciting.
So this is a big move after 35 plus years over at Blackburn Center, right? And all the incarnations of what the local public access station was, whether it was New England Cablevision, Adelphia, on, Cape Ann TV, and then the whole new rebrand with 1623 Studios, and now the new space here. Do you want to just sort of walk us through how that all came about?
Yeah, so we rebranded a couple years ago. It was just time to freshen the brand up a little bit, and this is sort of just the next evolution of that. You know, we needed to be in a fresher space so that we could have more useful and relevant services and be at a, be downtown and be able to connect with people more, be closer to people, have walk-ins like we're having now, which is really exciting. We're actually having more walk-ins now per day than we had per year at our former place, and that matters when you're a community center. So that's working, and the landscape has changed, so we have to change our services and make sure that we keep up and provide value.
I have a question. Sure. What does useful and relevant mean to this community when you're a media center?
Sure. So, we used to be the only place where you could have access to professional camera equipment like this and training and distribution, but now everyone has that on their cell phone. So we have to reimagine the value that we have. And so what does that mean? And so we've created these two studios in the front, for example, that are really turnkey, and they're really meant for you to be able to just come in and speak and raise awareness about whatever you want and be on your way.
That fast and casual approach.
Exactly. I was quoted in the Beacon as saying it's the Chipotle of content creation.
Perfect.
So, that's what I mean by useful. Just fast, agile, live, all that sort of stuff.
I would love a company hairnet, by the way.
What?
What? With the Chipotle of media?
Without the lettuce poisoning.
Yeah, the little rubber gloves. Yeah, okay.
So other things we want to mention too are memberships and as an event space, because it's gorgeous in here.
Yeah, so membership is now free for individuals and organizations. We just took that fee off the table. We are interested in people coming in to get involved. And like I said, you could really think about this like an awareness raising machine. That's what we're here for. It doesn't matter what issue, brand, anything that you're into, that's what we're here for. And the space in the back is a 30-person live event space that will have state-of-the-art robotic cameras and a lighting grid and a control room. And we're starting to plan some workshops and some collaboration events. So if there's an organization out there that needs a boutique live event space that's for video, that's really what that's all about.
Very cool.
That is so necessary in this community. I mean, I've been to a lot of meetings when they say, where can we do our event?
Yeah, particularly with the AV piece. That's our expertise, and we can provide that. And that's some of the things that, that's a difficult thing to do if it's not your area. You might have a nice event space and lots of good content, but recording it's a critical thing now, and we have that baked in back there. So that'll, I think, be a nice value.
Very cool. Well, congratulations. I mean, this is awesome.
Too.
I'm very happy to be a part of it as well.
Likewise.
This is great. And so if people want to learn more about 1623, how to get involved, or just find our content, how can they do that?
Well, now you can come to 11 Pleasant Street.
Yeah.
So that would be number one. The website, 1623studios.org, or any of our social media platforms. Right. We're on pretty much all the major ones, and we're working on some of the newer ones.
Perfect. Well, enjoy the party.
All right, you too.
Yeah,
All right,
thank
See you in a
you.
bit, boss. Erich Archer, the Executive Director of 1623. It's a big night for us here, and we're celebrating the ribbon cutting ceremony with the Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce. And joining us now from the Chamber is Kerry McKenna.
Hello.
Step in the hot seat,
Hi,
Kerry.
Kerry.
Nice to see
How
you
are you?
guys. Well, very well. Very excited to be here.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've been inside. I've seen it a lot from outdoors, and it's just so great. It's so bright and vibrant, and it's a lot of fun. Happy to be here.
What do you think?
I think it's beautiful. It's like I say, it's bright, it's fun. I love having the studio out front. I think it certainly brings a lot of onlookers wondering what's going on in here, and certainly gives them a great presence right here downtown.
Yeah.
It's a good move.
Right?
Do you want to talk about the ribbon cutting in itself and why the Chamber does this and how you go about doing this?
So we do ribbon cuttings for any new business in town. And then for our members, we'll do it if they move, if they're having an anniversary. And it's just to give some exposure, get some excitement about where they are, who they are, what they're doing. So we have these ginormous scissors that we bring, and a large ribbon that Sage does. Gina at Sage makes them for us, and they're beautiful. And yeah, so these scissors, everybody's always asking me, where do we get them?
I was literally going to ask you that next.
BigScissors.com. And I'm not
For
No
real?
way.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
When I
you could
was
Google
Googling,
everything.
looking for them years ago, came across BigScissors.com, and
That's really
there
funny.
they were.
Right
That's
next
funny.
to littlescissors.com.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Not to be confused with, right.
Yeah.
So it's been fun. We've had, over the years, we've had people, when we do a ribbon cutting, they'll sign the scissors, and there's no space left on the scissors now. So we,
Do they get to keep their scissors?
no, because
Oh.
it's one set, one pair
Yeah.
of scissors, and it's a good size, and they weigh, I don't know, 7 pounds. It's a,
Oh, no kidding.
So
That's a
two
workout.
people, it takes
Yeah.
one person on each handle?
Well, it's
Two
best that way, but yeah, right.
Take me
It can happen. I actually dropped it on my toe a couple of summers ago. It was not good.
That's really not good. Yeah.
Do you ever run with them just for fun?
No, not these. Yeah. Not these. We have tried to do a few haircuts, but that didn't go so well.
So how often are you doing these ribbon cuttings?
Oh my gosh, we're doing them easily monthly, like
Yeah.
several months.
Wow, that says
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot about our economy,
Yeah.
does it not?
It does. It was great. I think we had, oh my gosh, I think we had at least 25 last year. It was great.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
great.
It was. It's a lot of fun. And the mayor, when she's in town, she'll come and, especially with the new businesses, and she reads a citation and welcomes them to Gloucester, and it's a lot of fun. And it's great exposure for the business.
Yeah.
GDT is great about picking up the photos that we send them.
Yeah.
And so it just gives some space, airspace to where they are, who they are, what they're doing. We like to do them outdoors. I mean, here we don't have to, but to get the facade of the building. And we find that people say, oh, I know where that place is, just by seeing what's in the background.
That's a good
of the
point.
photo. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd like to know, as a member of the chamber, what do you think that this media center being downtown means? Do you have
I think
these?
It's great. It's just, it's like it's a new hub for downtown. You know, it really is. I think that there's so much going on here at the studios, and Corey doing his thing, and it's just nice for people to be able to really see what the goings on are
Right.
here at 1623. When they were up at Blackburn, I don't think that people knew or were able to realize quite what 1623 was all about. And now I think Erich is wanting people to wander in the door and be able to show them what he has and what they're doing down
Right.
here.
Yeah,
Which
feels
is
like a
great.
home run.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of address changes, Kerry,
Yeah.
do you
Ooh.
want to touch upon that at all?
Oh,
Is
no,
that
no,
hush
you gotta
hush?
wait
or-
for the big guy to get here.
Do we?
He'll be here any moment,
Okay,
I'm sure.
all right. We're foreshadowing here too. So, what will you be doing tonight? Are you just spreading the good word? Because I know there's a lot of members here, but non-members as well. And
Yep. So we've invited this is one of our business after hours. This is kicking it off for 2020, our January networking event. We do them monthly. The idea behind them is to bring all of our members together to network, kind of expand their contact base. The host business, we encourage them to invite their friends, their clients, their customers, their people, whether they're members or not. We hope that if they're not members, they'll see how wonderful these events are, and maybe it'll spark some conversation with them about the chamber, what else we have to offer, and maybe we can get some new members out of that as well. But
Got
yep,
it.
tonight it's just all about, for this event here, it was kind of exciting because it was new. We were able to work the ribbon cutting into it. So it's really all about Erich and him being able to show off his new space, and also obviously for the networking that our members will you'll be able to go through.
Well, we're
I think
happy you're here.
the last one I went to was when 1623 had their rebrand, and you had a
so
business after hours there.
2 years ago, 3
Yeah,
years ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was the last one I went to, but
Yes.
that was a
How did you get
lovely
to it
evening.
more?
I know, exactly.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, Kerry, people want to learn more about the chamber. How can they do that?
Oh boy, we're right down at Commercial Street right now, at 33 Commercial Street. Happy to have anybody come in there. We've got a visitor center there. We have racks of cards and our guide and flyers on many of the businesses in town here. Chamber, kpnchamber.com.
Yep.
Facebook, we're KPN Chamber. We're out there all
Perfect.
over.
You are.
Not hard to find us.
Well, enjoy the party tonight.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you
You
with
as
your big
well.
scissors in a little
Yes,
bit.
you
Exactly.
will.
Okay,
Be
thank
careful,
you, Kerry
though.
McKenna.
Yes, I will be. Trust
From the
me.
chamber.
Yeah.
Awesome. Perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice. Watch out for the scissors, though, when you're out there,
Seriously.
right?
A menace to society.
Exactly.
Yeah, and there's already a really nice turnout tonight too.
I
And by the way, we're
see.
extending our invitation if you'd like to pop in as well. We're expecting a big crowd. Willow Rest is doing the catering tonight. There's a DJ back there. There's a cool little light show and light display happening. There's live art going on.
Yeah, there's a muralist back there.
yeah,
His
Mike
name
Grimaldi.
is Mike Grimaldi.
Mike Grimaldi.
Yeah, right.
Grim Drops, if you want his handle, especially on Instagram. He's got a big following there. Really cool stuff.
Yeah, so if you can't get down here, check him out. Mike Grimaldi.
Yeah.
Grim Drops. Yeah.
All right, who's next? Oh! Mitch, come on in, Mitch.
A Rockporter.
Rockport County Administrator and the president of the board here at 1623 Studios, Mitch Vieira. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. This is fantastic. What a perfect night for this.
You're like you're on the show a lot.
It's my third or fourth time, I think,
it is,
joining
really.
you folks. This is great.
Perfect.
This is excellent.
So, what do you think, Mitch?
You know, the board of directors had their first meeting on Monday night in this new location, and it was the first time all of us had really seen everything together and ready to go, and it's mind-blowing. We couldn't have asked for a better location. We couldn't have asked for the remodel to come out. It really is perfect, and it helps to. This will really help to broaden our reach and get people to truly see, as they walk by, the wonderful things that 1623 Studios can do.
Was a downtown location just paramount when thinking about a relocation?
You know, we certainly, when we had our discussions, wanted to be sure we were in a spot that was very visible. And, you know, certainly, unfortunately, our previous one, with many great things, was not the visible location. So when this one came up, and I know Erich, our executive director, looked in a lot of different places, this just seemed perfect in that sense. So we're very happy to be here.
So what are your thoughts about the year ahead for 1623 Studios? What's the board's aspirations?
I think we'd love to see how we continue to grow as a part of the community in this new home. 1623 in our predecessor role, KPN TV, everybody's always known them. We're a familiar commodity, but we'd like to become certainly more. And I think through this location, one of the biggest things is growing in the community. How can we be a part of Gloucester and the three municipalities, Rockport, Manchester, and Essex? We're really excited to see that new development. So a great opportunity.
It really is an amazing opportunity to be this. Well, I keep thinking it's sort of the anti-social media, because even though it's completely built on social media, really, but it's real people in a physical building right downtown, part of the community, literally, and that's
Absolutely.
so important. Yeah.
Agreed. You can't get any closer to the community than this. Just waiting my turn to step in, you can see people walking by, waving and looking in. And
I know I'm distracted. I keep
no better way to generate interest than that.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
We couldn't ask for anything more.
I have to say, Mitch, 1623 has made some amazing hires in the last year too.
They absolutely have. You know, as I think about that,
Thank you.
we've really grown, especially in the last 6 months. I would say things
Yeah.
have really taken off, and you know, you folks, and we have some great staff here as well.
I know Matt. I think
Joined
Matt's
the
really
wonderful
great.
team.
And yeah.
You have. I think the group that's in place is fantastic. You know, we had some folks who've been here for a while and some new additions, and everything has come together to be this really perfect mix.
Yeah.
It's awesome being part of the team, and it feels like we're part of a sea change, and we feel like a big part of that sea change is happening now. So I'm loving it.
I am too. I really meant it when I thought it feels just different. I think any small city would be really lucky to have their local community media center right downtown,
Absolutely.
in the shadow of their town hall, their city hall. Yeah.
Are the aspirations, Mitch, to be like a model PEG station?
You know, I think we'd love to. I think we'd also, that's certainly a great thing that we'd love to aim for, but really just being part of the community. Getting, you know, that truly is the basis of PEG, And if we can be successful at being integrated into Gloucester and the 3 towns, we will be successful as a peg station, and hopefully much more. As you folks know, and as hopefully folks know in the audience, we are much more as 1623. So it's worth checking us out and following us on social media.
Okay, what's your favorite new programming?
You know, I would have to say, there's this show called Now We're Here.
Oh, it's good.
It is really good, right? Yeah.
Well, I'm sure be on the next time we do this.
Probably will.
Well, awesome. Have a great party tonight. Enjoy yourself. And congratulations to you as well.
Thank you.
This is great.
Thank you both.
Yeah, enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
Mitch Vieira, the president of the board for 1623 Studios.
We got to talk to him. I guess you talked to
A
him all
lot
the
of
time.
bigwigs tonight, yeah.
Right, yeah.
So now we get to talk to each other as
We
we wait
do,
for our
yeah.
next
How you
guest.
doing?
I'm
How do you
doing
like
great.
this place?
I love it. It feels like you work in like a showroom now. Whereas back at Blackburn, we were sort of like tucked away from it all, and you like hunkered down at your desk and got on to
The farthest corner
work.
of Blackburn Industrial
Yeah,
Park.
but while the move was like a more than a year in the making. So last year felt like a research and development year. You know, new staff, new programming, new media, social media direction, et cetera,
New
et cetera.
podcast studio.
Yeah, but to now be in a new physical space, which is so accessible to the public,
Right.
It's a whole new ball game now. So
Yeah, it's a whole new vibe down here,
yeah,
right?
it really is.
Yeah, yeah. You've got people coming in all the time. You're trying to get your work done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you just tuned in, we are here for the Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce's ribbon cutting ceremony here at 1620 Studios. The new digs now at 11 Pleasant Street in downtown Gloucester. And joining us next is the head honcho from the chamber.
Riehl, happy New Year.
Another return guest
Good
tonight.
day. Great to see you.
Happy New Year, Ken.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you under a different hat. We often meet down there.
I thought you were referring to the wig that I had in a recent episode.
Yeah. Well, welcome, Ken. What do you think about the new space?
I love this space. You know, we actually did one of the first tapings here in, I guess, late November, early December.
You might have been the first show.
It was
right?
a
that,
leadership
yeah.
series
Yeah.
with the Boston Business Journal.
Yeah.
And that was terrific. That was in your room back there, which was wonderful.
Oh, yeah, the webinar series.
Yep, exactly. And you're still painting the walls at the time, which is kind of fun. Mm-hmm. And we've also done a show here. We do a monthly Love Cape Ann.
Yeah, that
report.
podcast
Yeah,
and
exactly.
some video as well, yeah.
Yep, that's coming up in a couple of weeks too. So we love this space. It's terrific.
It looks
know.
really professional. I mean, I remember seeing images of that first meeting you had,
Yeah.
and I thought, wow, that's a whole different look for the
Yeah.
city. Yeah.
And then you heard me, and it's like, oh no.
Not at all. Not true.
Well,
I
you-
thought,
Right,
there's a leader. There's a community leader when I see one. Yeah.
But it must be a big difference when you're doing, say, Love Cape Ann, from sitting up at Blackburn to now
Right.
literally sitting here street side.
It's so cool, to see people walk by. Sometimes they'll stop. It's like
Wave at the mayor.
wave to the mayor. This space is great.
Yeah, yeah.
We're so excited to be here and to do the ribbon cutting for 1623 and have the after hours here. This is our first after hours of the new year, of the new decade.
Right.
Which is very cool.
Right.
Great turnout.
Yeah.
Ken, I accidentally asked Kerry this,
Uh-oh.
and she deferred to you.
Uh-oh.
We had an address change
Yeah, you did.
recently.
Yeah.
Are there any other address changes coming up on the horizon? Or can we...
We are so excited to soon announce
Yeah.
an address change.
Yeah.
But
You moving closer?
we're going to move closer to you. Mm-hmm.
That's kind of nice.
Very
That's
excited.
good.
That is exciting stuff.
Yeah.
What else? Are there any big projects or anything big happenings happening with the chamber this winter and spring?
Yeah, so we kick off the year with a big annual dinner. We call it our annual celebration, actually. And this year it's going to be at the Elks. And so we're going to welcome
We love
in.
the elves.
Lovely.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful venue,
It
as
is,
you
yeah.
guys well know.
Yeah.
And we're going to welcome in our new board president. That's Tony Sapienza.
Oh, yeah.
who
It
showed
was
up
Tony last
excited.
night. It was
Yeah.
great.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, he hosted the Sea Arts. Sea Arts on
Gloucester
something
stage.
Gloucester stage.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was great.
I was in the
Board
audience.
tonight. He'll be on
Corey
soon.
was on the panel. It was great.
Yeah, it was.
It's
Yeah.
fantastic. It's a really good event. I've often talked there about Cape Ann Plein Air and the work that we do to support Plein
Yeah.
Air, which is fantastic. So we welcome in Tony. Pat Slade is exiting as our chairperson, and we have a number of board members exiting and coming on, and so it's a nice tribute to them and to their service, and to welcome our new board members on. It's just a really nice way to celebrate the evening and kick off the new year.
Right.
Very
right.
cool.
Yeah,
Is it just the
excited
party,
about
Ken, or what?
What's that?
Are we keeping you from the party?
No.
The room's filling up out there.
It's filling up,
Yeah,
is it really?
yeah,
No,
it's
I don't
quite
even want to
full.
look out there.
Yeah, Kerry's slogged right now. It's good.
Watch out for the scissors. We hear they're very sharp
They-
and very large.
Yes, and we had a little accident with the scissors. I don't know if
Is this the foot drop?
Oh, yes, and it was a foot.
You were there for that?
Oh, yes, I was there for that.
Were there
yes.
Band-Aids
It was
involved?
traumatic. Oh, it was more than Band-Aids. I went looking for the Band-Aids. Other people were calling 911.
Oh my. I'd like to have an element of danger.
Right?
during the broadcast.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
thought it was safe working in the chamber? No way.
You know, before the night ends, we're going to
Hazardous.
see the scissors in this room,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, where are we doing the ribbon cutting? Somewhere.
I
think
think
it's
we might
outside.
be like right here over our shoulders here. I think we might do that.
Are
Just
we-
might be if it's too dark.
Are we
out
live
there.
right now? Facebook Live?
Oh yeah.
We are.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
come on down, people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's.
Yeah, make it a thing.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
overflow out into the street. Let's
Right.
do
Do
it.
it. Careful
Right.
what you wish for.
We got scissors,
Yeah.
we got a DJ, we got
got
an artist,
food,
we got food,
we
will
got
arrest.
beverages.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're making it happen
It's gonna be
tonight.
a fun time.
It's-
Awesome. Well, thanks,
Look
Kat, for
out for
doing this with
you,
us
guys.
at 1623.
I'm really looking forward to working with you guys. You know, we've got
Yeah.
a great partnership with the Chamber and 1623, and we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's
Fantastic year.
exciting, all these collaborations and new things happening.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do one of these at the new address.
Sure, maybe.
Where
And
is
it-
that new address?
And it's,
No?
and it's great having you downtown.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
this is a wonderful
Downtown is a great place to be.
location. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
you should
cheers.
think about it.
Yeah, I will. Thank you. I will.
All right, get
So
back
nice
to
to
the
see you.
again. Great
Corey,
seeing you.
thank
Have
you.
a great night. We'll be schmoozing in a little
Look
bit.
forward to it.
Yeah, but enjoy.
Awesome. Thanks,
Awesome.
guys.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Ken Riehl, folks from the Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce, and of course we're here for the ribbon cutting ceremony. It's going to happen around 6 o'clock or so this evening. If you want to come down to be a part of it, feel free right here at 11 Pleasant Street in downtown Gloucester at the Browns Mall. This used to be the Hive, and way back in the day it was the Office Center.
Right next to Pleasant Street Cafe, which is no longer there.
Yeah, the old tea
Yeah,
company.
right.
Yeah, those days are done.
I know.
But hey,
We need one. So anybody who wants to open a cafe next to 1623 Studios, think about it.
Heather, you're not going to believe who our next guest is tonight.
Who is it?
It's one of the unsung heroes from the 1623
Is it
staff.
one of my favorites?
She's been here for a time. Yes, yes. It is one of your favorites.
Yeah.
Becky, come on in and sit down. This is Becky Tober now.
Hi, Becky.
Hey,
guys.
You really are
your
one of my
official
favorites.
title, Becky, you are a supervising producer here.
That's the official title. Yep.
Now, Becky, for those who don't know, literally does 900 things at once down here. You are the human octopus. Anyone who's seen Becky's office, I'm not joking now, 6, 7, 8 computers all around you,
Yeah.
doing something all the time.
But always
Yep.
as cool as a cucumber. You are always just so calm and, oh, that's okay. This will happen. That will happen. And meanwhile, I know that it's what you're managing is insane. So thank you
Yeah,
for
it's a
all
lot.
that.
Do you want to
It's
explain
fun.
what your role is here? There's some of the things that you do.
Oh, how much time do we have?
I know.
Well, I guess supervising producer covers a lot of it. Supervise a lot of the productions at 1623. We are the local cable station for all of Cape Ann. So we do a lot of education and municipal and community event programming. So covering a lot of the local meetings for all 4 communities. And it's really interesting that we are a regional center where most community media stations are 1 community based. We have the 4,
Right.
the city and the 4 towns or 3 towns, and so
Yeah.
just
That alone is so
scheduling-
much. All those
Yes.
selectmen meetings and school committee meetings, right? Yeah.
Just managing those
Right.
and getting coverage of all of those done is very important to us. And then school sports and community events that come up and just all the studio shows. How could I forget everything that happens in this space right here? This studio is where the member shows are recorded and produced, and
Right.
yeah, so there's a lot going on.
So can you reflect on the change now from being from Blackburn for years and now being here in this new space, and sort of does it change your role at all, or do you see things differently now that we have the 3 different studios and everything's shiny and bright and new?
It's definitely a big change being down here. Being up at Blackburn for so long, we did some big changes up there too.
Yeah.
But down here, it's kind of a whole new world. Just with all the foot traffic, all the new people coming in and asking what we do, and the awareness issue with just being right here, so accessible to the community. So still figuring out like if it's like a new sort of role with all the new features we have. We have the 3 studios. We're up there. We just had the 1 video studio and the podcast studio. Now we've got these 3 going and doing it from there. So it's an
And for
adventure.
those who wonder, like, what do you do specifically for Now We're Here?
For now, we're here specifically, mostly over there at the director's booth, kind of managing the cameras. We usually have 3, maybe 4 cameras all up at once on the switcher, and we have the audio feeds going and making sure the recordings are going out right, and getting the thumbs up from Matt that we're live on Facebook, you know.
I know.
But then now we're here at Travels. It's it's usually not here. It's usually in some strange place like a castle that you have to figure out how to set that up, right? Yeah, so there's a lot.
We make Becky lug the equipment.
That too.
Basically.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, the unofficial 1623 car.
And then there's all the all the video production that you are also helping to manage and edit and find tape for and all that. And there's a lot of really interesting stuff coming out of here. So that seems like a full-time job right there, right?
Yep, just managing the media, managing the projects as they go. I've got like so many Google Sheets just tracking the productions and the different stages they're in, and managing all the medias on my drives. I have like 10 hard drives plugged in right now or something.
How are you not overwhelmed by your daily tasks? Because it blows my mind.
Me too.
I guess it's just because we have such a great team here that everyone's so willing to help, and it's always manageable because, you know, we all have good. We work so well as a team together down here.
Yeah.
It's just really nice to have, you know, so many people around willing to help, so many different skill sets that overlap. So like if I'm not getting something done, I know someone else has picked it up, and I do the same for them. And I think it's just having a strong team. That's how we get it
I
all
think
done.
you're also a really good detail person. You have to be, because there are just so
I
many
am
little
not.
tiny things. And I
I was going to make up for it.
exactly. Yeah.
Well, Beck, it's been awesome getting to know you in the past year working here as well. And like totally appreciate all the things you do here. And happy about the move for all of us, you know? And hopefully this makes things a little bit easier for you somehow. Because I kind of have a feeling like 2020 is going to be a big year for us. And you can see just from the number of people coming in tonight and asking questions and wanting to get involved. So good luck to all of us.
Yep.
we all deserve a drink.
Yep.
You know?
I think so. And I just want to thank you personally for those little times that you have helped me so much. So it's been a key moment. So thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. It's our pleasure.
I'd be like, I don't know how to do this, or I don't know where that thing is. I don't even know how to talk about it. So thank you. It's really good.
All right, Becky, back to work. Chop, chop.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you so much. That's Becky Tober, supervising producer here at 1623. And definitely the unsung hero here.
She is amazing.
We call her old office at Blackburn was literally like 8 or 10 computers around there. I just said Becky is the central nervous system of 1623. Like honestly, if something goes wrong there, we are in big trouble.
Yeah.
So Arena's here too. So all right, we just kind of winging it for now, Lisa. Floor manager Lisa Smith.
What's that?
Are we just winging it for now?
Yeah.
Is Lisa Smith going to come sit and talk?
Oh, you want to chat?
Yeah.
Oh, come on in, Lisa Smith.
Yeah, exactly. She's
You're our
another
programming
favorite.
director.
I'm the programming director here. Yes.
And the longest tenured person here
I
in
am,
1623. So the change must mean something significant to you after I've been in Blackburn for so long.
Yeah, it's nice to be downtown where the people are. I never thought that the space should have been removed from where the people are. So it's really nice to be here and, you know, just have people coming in, checking us out, and yeah, it's great.
You want to tell us about the programming, though, because I'm new to 1623, and I'm still learning what all of you do and what the studio does. So talk to us
The
about
programming, I mean, I do other things. The programming is a little dry. I mean, but there are members who make very interesting shows. So my job is a little on the dry side, but the shows are exciting. We have different shows about voting. The Democrats have a show. There's a religious show. There's some people who come in and they just talk about what they want to talk about. We have a show with John Ronan about writers.
Oh, that's a great
on
one.
K-Ban. The Chamber has a show.
There's a lot.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of different
Right.
aspects, just showing the diversity of our community. So it's great.
And a great platform for free speech as well.
Free speech, anybody can come in here. They can do a show as long as it falls underneath the guidelines of free speech and it's non-commercial. And you can get help, and we'll show you how to use the equipment. You can be in this studio, which is very easy, and have a discussion show if you want.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to offer, and there's interns if you're, you know, a young person, or even if you're older and you want to learn new skills.
Absolutely.
We have that here. So, you know, it's a community space where people can come in and get their message heard, as long as it's non-commercial.
Yeah.
But that's a big ask of the staff here, to have people come in and then you have to train total novices like me to how to manage the equipment, right? I mean, that's a lot.
Well, that's part of our mission.
Right.
Yeah, so, I mean, it is a lot, but, you know, people catch on, and if they don't, they kind of move on, you know? Like, maybe that's not my thing, you know, but the one thing that's really easy is doing a show in this space, because you don't really have to know any, you don't have to be technical. If you want to go out and produce and edit, then, you know, you have to be willing to learn how to use the equipment, and yeah.
So if someone out there wants to learn more about doing programming here, how can they do? They contact you directly or go through the website or what?
Yeah, they can just go to the website and call us, and yeah, you can call me, call Becky. We'll help you. We'll get you going. We'll get your program on the air, or just let you know if there's something that we can do to help you to get the show on the air. We got a new show from Rockport. The Rockport Art Association just started a new show where they profile artists this month. So.
I just heard about that. That's
cool.
that is very cool.
Yeah.
And you can see all that programming on Channel 12, as well as our members have their own dedicated Facebook page too, 1623 members, if you want to see some of the programs there as well.
Yeah.
Lisa, I want to say Lisa's role for Now We're Here is you are the floor director.
Yeah.
And you're the one who also has to run out and get guests.
I do.
You have to wrangle people for us.
Yeah, I gotta wrangle someone for you right now.
Yeah, I hear some thumping out there.
Get Brysh.
Get
Oh
Brysh.
yeah! Oh my
Brysh
God!
on.
Okay, I'll get Jon for you.
So Lisa Smith, thank you so much. Congratulations to you too.
All right, thank you.
Have fun out there.
We'll see you in the office. There's Lisa Smith, the programming director here at 1623. And now, so this is how easy Now We're Here works.
John, nice to see you.
How you doing?
Yeah,
How's it going?
Jon Brysh, how you doing, bud?
He's the one who makes the art.
Yeah.
You make it all look so
Jon
beautiful.
does a lot of camera and editing work for us here at 1623, including Heather's Shelf Life, right?
Right, exactly.
The Local Life. You've done that as well,
There it
right?
is.
Yeah.
Two good shows.
A lot of promotional pieces you've done for us.
Well,
too.
Gloucester Fresh.
Gloucester
You
Fresh,
did
yeah.
shot
we worked
Gloucester
on together,
Fresh, right?
That's awesome.
A lot of great stuff.
And then you did that beautiful, just community piece of
The love letter?
Yeah, that was really lovely.
That ended up being really nice too.
Yeah, that was really.
So what about some of your background, Jon? How you got into this field and and your relationship with 1623?
Put me on the spot, guys.
You can't
No,
get
all right,
this
so let me
question
get my
wrong.
prepared notes.
Yeah.
No, I started out as a sound engineer, just working with bands in Cleveland, a long time ago. And realized that if I ever wanted to have normal hours, that probably wouldn't work. So I ended up going into video as a sound person, and then got behind the camera once and loved it, and never really turned back.
Oh, that's.
And so that was like 8 years ago or so.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then how
that's
do you
how I got
start
into
getting
it.
involved with Cape-Ann TV,
Cape-Ann?
1623?
With some colleagues that work up on the North Shore, I ended up getting to know Erich Archer, and he brought me on. I wonder what was my first piece that we did for ECCF and their the county initiative.
Yep.
Right.
And that was the first thing I did for them, and it went off really well. And Erich and I kind of clicked, and I started meeting kind of everybody else that works here, and it was kind of just a good fit to keep doing work. And
what's it like shooting content here in and around Cape-Ann? Because
it's fun. It's interesting. So it's
interesting
interesting working with people who so many people and a lot of the people we do stories on have lived here their whole life.
Right.
And a lot of people that work here live here all life. And me kind of coming up and kind of getting to see this whole area, because I'm from the South Shore, kind of not for the first time, but in a new lens, because I keep coming and seeing it, and I get to see all the stories that you guys are familiar with.
But then you
know?
also shoot these scenic reels where you're just driving around,
Which is
right?
very cool.
Yeah.
And
So
very,
you-
very liberating too, just, for myself to be able to kind of find all these spots, and then, but also get a list of spots. Like, I remember, I think over the summer, I was doing a scenic day, came to drop something off at the office and asked you if there's anything cool going on. And I think you said the surf over
by Long Beach.
By Long Beach is really good. You should go over there. Got over there. And we ended up getting some really cool footage.
Yeah.
You know, so also having you guys know where to go too helps.
Well, I also happen to know that you're amazing with a drone. Some of your drone
the
material
aerial stuff is cool.
So beautiful, yeah. So
and the
beautiful.
stuff that 1623 wants to do, you know, get that different perspective is really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, aerial is something I love doing.
What do you think about the new space, John?
Love the new space.
Crazy,
Love
huh?
the new hookup. Everything is,
right?
really nice.
Enjoy the party, bud.
Yeah.
We're looking
Thank
forward to
you.
working with you in 2020 and beyond.
Yeah, absolutely,
You know?
guys.
Yeah, we've got some work to do.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we are still.
Yeah.
You guys have a good night.
Great to see you.
Brysh, if people want to find you or contact you, do you want them to first of all?
Good question.
I mean, they do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess just my email. Like I don't really have, or my Instagram handle is JohnnyB41.
J-O-N-N-Y.
J-O-N-N-Y, the real deal.
Johnny B
Yeah.
what?
41.
Johnny B 41.
Yeah, we won't ask what that means, but Johnny B41. Okay.
Thanks.
All right, man.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Bye.
Enjoy the night. Yeah, Jon Brysh. Who knew?
I know. Well,
Great cameraman. He does awesome work. Have you seen our produced, polished pieces before? He's the guy behind all that awesome stuff.
he's really good.
Speaking of a great eye for detail.
Exactly. There's another artist in the house.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Martha Sutyak.
Suit jacket.
I was going to correct you, but I thought maybe I shouldn't. Hi,
No,
Martha.
she's
So
other.
nice to see you.
How are you?
Hi, Martha. How are you?
There, Corey.
This place is just beautiful, and Martha is responsible for the beauty they're in.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Well,
It looks great.
With an awful lot of support from you guys. Everybody was so eager to make this move and had so much input, so it was definitely a collaborative effort.
So Martha is a designer who made the magic happen here. So made it so contemporary and youthful feeling, and as if there's energy here that's just positive and happy. It really is a great space. So how did you think about creating a media center, decorating a media
Well,
center?
I think it came from interviewing everybody back at the old office and just saying, what's going on in here? What would be better? What would be different? And then asking myself what would really help with rebranding. And basically we came up with throwing all the old sort of podcast or video studio away and just starting all over again with a very different feel. So instead of an all black place that, you know, kind of looks like the back of your garage where people do podcasts, we said, let's make it all white and let's make it bright and let's make it downtown and let's make it visible and let's make it so that everybody wants to know what's going on in 1623.
So as you started to conceptualize the space here, a lot of glass,
Yes.
a lot of light. So what was the thought process there?
Well, I think that when we talked about rebranding the studio, a lot of it had to do with sharing with the community, and you can't share if people can't see what you're doing. So that whole idea of transparency became really, really important. So we tried to put layers of glass all the way back, and in some areas we put color, but for the most part it's just glass upon glass, and the people are really the interest, not the space. So that was the intent.
Well, I don't know. The pop of orange here in the bathroom is really attractive.
He loved it. He loved the orange satin here.
Yeah.
And I have to say, we also tried really hard. We are, are a nonprofit, so we tried really hard to reuse an awful lot of things from the old space. So a lot of the furnishings are from other sets that we had that we're now using for, office furniture.
So what do you do when you're not here, Martha?
Well, I do run an interior design practice, and I have a business partner, Jennifer Wall. We also have a small real estate staging company. So we do all kinds of different things, but I would say our first love really is commercial design, and we've been having a blast on these projects.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's been awesome watching it all come together.
Yeah.
How long was the process, Martha?
Well, I think we started, I know exactly when we started. August 19th is the day that we started putting it all together.
Yeah.
So we had talked about it a little bit over the summer, but had never, started the diagrams of who's going to sit adjacent to whom and how's it all going to work.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. It's
Thank
been
you
awesome.
very
Great
much.
job.
It's awesome to say, like Martha actually had a paintbrush in her hand this morning.
Don't tell any of our other clients that. We can't tell any other clients that I was painting Eric's office. But I think it was one of those things that had to be done before tonight.
Well, it's
That's what-
gorgeous. And I love being in here
you.
every day.
Yeah.
And
That means a lot.
yeah, well, it blows my mind that people who can conceptualize these things and put them to fruition. It blows my mind.
Well,
so cheers to
design's
you.
not a big mystery. It's really problem solving like any other job. It's just that some of us are able to make, what we think about it, a visual reality. So.
Well, I think you succeeded. It's a beautiful
Thank
visual
you.
reality here.
Thank you
yeah, and I
very
see
much.
cookies too in the
I'm
visual
going.
reality. Yeah, yeah.
All right. All right. You're free, man.
Thank you.
Free to go. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank
Martha Sutyak. She's our
Martha
interior
Sutyak.
designer.
Yeah, yeah. I got it right. Yeah.
She's from
she's
New
great.
York, like upstate New York. But I swear, every time she talks, I was like, Martha, you're from the Midwest. And it turns out there's actually family from the Midwest. She sounds like a Midwesterner.
Oh, you're good.
You can go back and
Ah.
listen to this after.
I guess I can. Yeah, I will. No, I've known Martha for a while.
Oh, have you really?
Yeah, I have. So I knew her I knew she's a painter. I knew her.
She's so cool.
She's a very cool designer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, continuing the 1623 theme tonight, Meg, you want to step into the hot seat? Meg Jarrett. She's also with the board here at 1623. How you doing?
Hello, hi, how are
Hi,
you?
nice to meet you.
Thanks for joining
Nice to
us.
meet you. Thanks, great to be
All
here.
right, Meg. I know you've been here before, but what do you think about the space overall?
Phenomenal, phenomenal. I think that the way they use this space, I didn't even visualize it to be as great as it could be, and I had pretty high hopes, so it goes beyond my expectations.
Right. So you've been on the board for a while now. When
Yes.
when the idea of relocation came up, what were some of the things that you were hoping would happen? Or
Just like pretty much everybody else, when Friendly's left, oh my gosh, wouldn't that be great to be there? Or but I think in similar to what Eric was thinking too. I love the way WGBH went downtown Boston
Yes.
in the Boston Public Library. So in my mind, that's what I thought. Or when I think it was Fox used to be next to the State House, all that kind of people walking by in the glass and being able to see and cameras on. I come from a production background, so there's nothing more interesting to people when they go by than to see a tripod on a stage, even if it's a little camera to balloon lights. People like that.
Right. And so what's cool is we're going to start doing a live daily morning show here. In that vein, and the idea is the star of the show is the intersection of Pleasant and Middle Street and City Hall, and just seeing all the passerby and traffic.
Sure, it can't get any better. I mean, where else could you be that you would have that much proximity to City Hall of things that are happening? Your first, Johnny on the spot, right?
Yeah, you want to give people that now feeling, and this allows us to do that. So it's awesome getting used to the space here.
Yes.
What are things that you're hoping that we do here at 1623 and 2020 and beyond?
Oh, definitely to pull in the community more. It's already pretty good.
Yeah, and 4 communities.
And in 4 communities. Yes, the whole Cape Ann area in general. And I think it's a great, so visually it's great. More events here, getting the communities to feel like they can come here to a premier resource center for all things going on. And I think that people started recognizing before you moved that when you would go to events that you were there. And I think they look to that and, to continue that and grow more. And I think that there's unlimited availability. I love watching Joey Shimataro's podcast from here with Good Morning Gloucester. And so it reminds me to the day. I don't know, if you remember this. Do you remember when Good Morning America came on the road and went down the fort? And okay, that should be our, and the crowds came and people, so why not? Right? Why not?
That's what we're hoping that now we're here turns into that, and then this little daily show, we want this to be an attraction.
An attraction, yes, where people go. And I think it's still the local Fox station goes zip code by zip code. So even if you incorporate, they do a zip trip, right, on Fridays or something. I think all those things, you can tell the viewership is so much higher. So I believe having that as a goal, as an example of something would be great.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, it really feels like a heartbeat is happening here for the city and the community.
I believe so too, and I think that having it available for others to come and have fun, like this is like a great party. I mean, look at behind me.
I
know. This is like being in Boston, there, you know, in Emerson College.
Yeah.
And maybe there'll be more promotion of creative people coming in and having this area and other buildings be incubators for that creativity too.
Right.
You know, we would love to have. Fun, interesting, companies coming in.
I think if you build it, they will come, right?
Exactly.
And I think people will learn that these resources are here, so then they'll be more creative with their projects and think, oh, we could do this at 1623 Studios, and then the whole thing will expand.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Well, Meg, enjoy the party. It's great that you can chat with us, and we appreciate all the work that you do for 1623 as well.
Not enough, but it'll keep going.
We'll see you at the next meeting.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Meg Jarrett from the board here at 1623 Studios.
I didn't know Meg, so I'm glad to meet her.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, sweetheart.
Right.
Yeah. And step right up. Ann Robinson, also part of the board here at 1623.
Great to see you. I saw you last night, though.
I saw you.
Yeah, and I saw you, too.
Yeah. How are you?
There. I'm fine.
Good night.
How are you?
We were at the Sea Arts event last night,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
Annual meeting.
Stage company, yeah.
Yeah.
So when you've been here before, now that you've seen it filled with people, what are your thoughts?
Wow.
I know.
I'm speechless. I mean, it's terrific. There's a lot of energy. There's all sorts of folks here, and each event will have a different mix. Folks from all over, from all 4 communities.
Yeah.
We are here in Gloucester. We can only be parked and located in one place, but this is 1623 serves all 4 communities, and we're seeking to get as much involvement as possible from each.
Absolutely.
In the programming and in the coverage.
Municipal coverage, school sports, that's why now we're here. Like we make a point to visit all 4 communities.
Original programming.
Yeah. Member programming.
Member developed programming, everything.
There's a lot happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you hoping that 1623 does this year and moving forward, now that we're in the new space?
Well, I'm going to basically repeat myself.
Yeah.
But I think it's really strengthening the relationships with the communities and the members, and getting that to be really strong and deep. And I'd love to see some 1623 get involved in developing citizenship. How do we do that?
Point.
This is a rather important year, don't you think?
Very.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a lot to do, and not just at the national level, but it all starts locally.
Yeah.
There's plenty to do
Engagement,
in our
citizen
communities.
Yeah.
And 1623 online programming, the space in any number of ways through the schools can really help make connections and provide tools and resources. So I'd love to see that really expand.
Was this sort of what you had in mind when relocation came up with?
Yeah, sure.
We need to glamorize town meeting.
I didn't know. I didn't get as far as selecting the music, but I leave that to others.
We can have a little guest DJ at some point if you want to spend some minutes back there.
You wouldn't want me.
We'll get the glow sticks out. It'll be a big party. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
You can do the next event.
Okay.
DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You won't get a crowd.
Have you seen the artists back there? We haven't been back there, so we haven't seen what's going on.
I was there for a second to find Eric so I could find out where we could find more garbage cans. Good trash cans, because people need to.
We're still feeling the walls here a little bit.
Yeah, we're just, we're still settling in.
We should check him out. His name's Mike Grimaldi. He does phenomenal stuff, mural art, et cetera, et cetera. It's really cool.
Okay.
But we'll let you get to the party, Ann.
And we want to hear from folks out there. We want to hear from you what you want, what you like, what you need, what you think we should be doing, what we got right, where we missed. Please let us know.
Yeah, because then we shape our programming, our initiative all around the needs of the community.
All they need to do is hold a sign up right there and say, we want
Maybe we need
more...
a blackboard or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you, Ann. Have a great night.
You too.
Enjoy Ann Robinson from the board here at 1623 as well. And the party is in full swing, Heather.
It's getting pretty wild out there. Well, wild is not the right word.
I've seen a couple lampshades out there. Oh, is this Oliver?
Yeah, it is.
Yep. Step right up. Come on.
Yeah. Don't pause.
Hi there, I'm Oliver.
I'm Heather
From
Atwood.
Cape Ann Museum, right?
That's right.
Great to see you again.
Great to be here.
A neighbor.
A neighbor. Welcome, neighbor.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just excited to be here tonight because it's so great to have Cape Ann TV or Studio 1623 as our next door neighbor.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
We've already noticed that there's been a great increase of traffic. And I know every time I walk down the street, I'm always peering in to see what's happening.
Did you bring a loaf of bread?
I didn't bring a loaf. Did I need to?
Well, you are a neighbor. It's a housewarming sort of thing,
sugar
right? Yeah, a cup of sugar. Yeah.
How about a loaf of Anadama bread?
Oh, that would be the right move.
That would be the right move.
You said the right thing. Okay, you're fine now.
Well, actually, I have a good recipe that was just given to me, so I will try and make some Anadama bread and bring it here. How about that?
That is a wise thing to do. Who gave you that recipe?
It was a shop owner actually who lives here in town. So,
good. We did a show on Anadama bread.
Oh, did you? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's my favorite type of loaf.
Is it?
Oliver, something tells me you didn't grow up in the fort section of Gloucester.
I didn't. Although I have been told as an Australian that I pronounce Gloucester the correct way.
Yeah, well, when I've gone down and I'll say Melbourne, they say, oh, that's about right.
Well done.
Yeah. So, a little bit about your background and what brought you to Cape Ann.
Of course. My background is I've always worked in museums. My original training is as an artist. I was a painter and a printmaker at university in Australia, in Melbourne.
Okay.
And shortly after completing my bachelor's degree, I realized that perhaps as interesting as my own art was, I could make a greater contribution to the world by working with museums. And so I began working for the Guggenheim in Venice. And from there I popped across...
Not a bad position.
No, it was not a hardship. I lived in Venice for 6 years. I learned to row Venetian style, standing up.
Now that's a skill that is welcome in Gloucester.
I think so, yes. And then from there I moved to America in 2002 and most recently came from the MFA in Boston. So I've been here for the best part of 8 months now. And Gloucester's fantastic. I mean, Cape Ann is such a special and unique place.
It is.
And it's a great privilege for me to be part of the Cape Ann Museum team.
So what are some of the surprises that you've learned in the collections, in the art world up here since you've arrived?
I think one of the great things that we have, and we saw this a little bit with the Homer show that was here last year, over the 4 months of that exhibition, we had 25,000 visitors who came to the museum. Normally, as a museum, we have 25,000 visitors annually. So that was a big change for us as an institution and an exciting one. Because what we were showcasing with that show is the important role that Cape Ann has played in the story both of American art history, but American history in general. And Homer is just the first of a whole group of artists who came to Cape Ann and were inspired in some immeasurable way that then has greatly impacted their work and influenced, of course, the story of American art history. So, what I'm discovering, I knew before. I've had the good fortune of coming to this beautiful place for the past 20 years. But what I am further discovering now is that there is just so much source material that we as a museum own and can tap into to better tell the story of this important area.
Oh, that's exciting. Do you have a favorite piece of artwork in the museum?
It wouldn't be.
It's a tough question, isn't it? Yeah, that's not fair. How about
at the moment, of course, and this is perhaps a little bit of a plug, but we do have a wonderful painting by Copley of Judith Sargent Murray, which is on loan from the Terra Foundation. So it's a fantastic painting. We don't have a Copley in our collection yet, but we're delighted to be borrowing this one for the Terra. So maybe I'll choose that as my favorite work for now.
Yeah, perfect answer. Yeah.
Well, we're looking forward to doing a lot of work with the museum moving forward, and we're so happy to be sharing this neighborhood with you. And of course, especially as we look towards Gloucester's 400th anniversary, I think we'll be doing a lot of work together as well.
I look forward to that. And again, congratulations to Studio 1623. We're delighted to have you part of this downtown neighborhood. It's really wonderful.
Thank you so much. Have a great night, Oliver.
Okay, we'll see you soon. Take care.
Yeah.
Take care.
Great to see you. Bye-bye.
Wonderful. That's
I
all
love that
Rockport,
museum.
Cape Museum.
Yeah,
It's really cool.
It's a star little museum.
All right, our next guest needs no chair, apparently.
It would take me longer to get onto
Yes.
that chair than it would to have
It's
time
one of
to
our
talk.
member extraordinaires and a content creator here. It's Jennifer Lee-Levitz. Levitz, how you doing, Jennifer?
I'm really good tonight.
Yeah.
It's kind of exciting to see so many people here. It's really invigorating, and I like it.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Jennifer, some of the things that you do for 1623 in the community.
Okay. You know, I've been here at Cape Ann TV for more than 10 years. I started with the Senior Network as a trainee here, and I learned a lot, and I've done a couple of my own shows over time and lots of community events. And currently I'm with the Council on Aging at Rose Baker, and I have a show called Unleash the Power of Age. We do interviews, we do the activities and programs at Rose Baker, and we're starting to branch out a little into just general things for what I like to call elders. There's something about seniors that's just a little, I like elders. So
There's
we're,
more gravitas to that. Yeah.
yes,
Right.
we're the elders of the community. And that's what I do most of the time here now. I'm still feeling my way through the transition. You know, I grew up with television. I always wanted to be on television since I was like 2 years old. It's been television, and I'm barely computer literate. So the transition to all of the new media is I'm a little shaky with it. I'm getting lots of good support, and I'm looking forward to being live on Facebook from Rose Baker.
Yeah.
So how are your elders feeling about Cape Ann 1623 Studios and your program and programming here in general? Are they viewers? Are they happy about this? Do you think they'll ever walk up the street and say hi here?
I think they have told me that they've walked by, that they've seen it. I think that, you know, more and more I will be at the supermarket, I'll be at the market, and someone will look at me and go, 1623, channel 12. They'll point at me and they go, channel 12.
You did it, you're famous now.
Well, oh yeah, but
Market
you know,
basket famous. That's
Yeah,
how we do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's all that counts. It's all that counts.
it is.
Yeah, it's true.
But then I'll be driving around and I want to make some kind of remark in the traffic or some gesticulation, and I have to, oh no, I can't do that all
You're
the
an
time
elder.
anymore.
Or, well, you're not an elder, but you're famous, so you have to watch yourself. Yeah,
just, just that little bit. It's like,
right.
oh, jeez.
Yeah, you can't be naughty.
How do you handle that?
Oh, I'm naughty, I think.
Well, I don't think it's tamed me much. to
Yeah,
tell you
well,
the
it's
truth.
probably good though, right? Yeah.
So Jennifer, how about some advice if someone out there is watching and thinking about either becoming a member or creating content on their own? Like, what would you tell them?
Well, I would say it couldn't be easier. Really, anybody can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And this is the time to really get in. There's the need for so much programming, and there's almost no restriction on what you can come in here and talk about. I mean, they'll take almost anything.
Yeah.
Well, not anything,
Yeah.
but it's wide open.
Well, that's because it's a community station, right? And that's the way it should be.
It should be, and it is. But it's not just because it's a community station. It's because this is the beginning of something that's growing, and it's a great opportunity to have input on something
And to
that's
have a voice, to
taking
give
off.
people, citizens
That's
a voice,
great way
right?
of looking at it. To
Yeah.
have a voice and to just. Who knows?
I know.
It really is wide open. I mean, look what's happening
Dawn of a
with,
new era.
with Corey. He's just exploding.
He's famous in Market Basket.
I'm exploding as we speak. So Jennifer, well, thanks so much for doing this. We appreciate everything you do for 1623
Thank
and
you.
look forward to working with you more in
Me
2020
too.
and beyond.
Thank you so much.
So enjoy that. You
Thank
can
you.
see Jennifer's show on Channel 12 and also on Facebook the 1623 members page.
That's
as well.
true, and we're on twice a day, every day. Unleash the power of age.
There you go.
It's a good
Okay.
line.
Enjoy,
it's a really
Jennifer.
good line.
Thanks.
Have a great
Thank you
night.
very much.
Yeah.
All right, enjoy. Okay, we have another 1623 member with us, Heather.
Oh, great.
A chair or no chair?
Does she need a chair? No chair? Yeah.
It's Kelly Knox.
Kelly
How are you,
Knox.
Kelly? Great to see you.
Hi, Kelly. Nice
you
to
so
see
much.
you.
Yeah,
Thanks
nice
for
to see
being
you.
here.
And for those who don't know Kelly, you want to talk a little bit about your show? And what it's all
I
about?
do. I want to talk a little bit about my show. It's called Appreciative Recovery, and we address issues of recovery, not necessarily just substance use. As a matter of fact, last year, I think it was our first year, we didn't discuss substance use disorder at all, but just recovery from different things. And what we believe is that if you institute a practice of self-compassion, curiosity, and what's this other C? It's 3 C's. Curiosity, self-compassion,
Caution.
No, it's not.
It would just be caution, right?
It's not caution.
No, it wouldn't be that.
if
Care.
you-
No.
No.
Yeah,
now,
sorry.
now I'm totally.
Yeah, I know. I'm messing you up. I'm sorry.
You'll find ways to be joyous regardless of how you're feeling. So if you're in the depths of despair from loss, if you can develop these 3 character traits on a daily basis, like focus on them, really develop a practice to develop them, you can find joy even in the darkest moments.
Well, Kelly, so, and beautifully put. So why did you feel it was important to produce a show yourself and share that with the community?
Great question. I think at this, especially when it comes to substance use disorder, which I will focus on this year, that's my main focus this year is substance use disorder, to interview people and talk with people about different avenues of finding recovery within that realm. There's so many different ways to recover from a substance use disorder. And society, for years upon years, since I think 1934, has taught us that 12 steps and Alcoholics Anonymous is the way to recovery. But there are so many different ways, and 12 steps doesn't work for everybody. So I want to start introducing different avenues to find recovery, sans 12-step, or in conjunction with 12 steps.
So I have not seen your show, and I apologize for that, but I'm very interested. And are you researching other forms of recovery and educating the public on that?
I haven't. This is what this year is about.
Okay.
Last year was more about what does self-compassion, curiosity, and the 3rd C that I can't come up with mean to the community, and how do people bring that into community living. This year is about substance use disorder. So yes, I've spent last year researching that. There's many Facebook groups that address that issue and help with that issue.
It's really important. So viewers can watch this and be learning and
Right.
hopefully.
So tomorrow actually is my first interview of the year, and I will be interviewing someone who grew up as a child of 2 parents who were in 12-step recovery and what that meant for her. I have an interview on the books for someone who wrote a book called We Are the Luckiest. It's a fabulous memoir. So We Are the Luckiest. Yay, Laura McGowan. So she'll be on the show either in May or June, and she got sober through the 12 steps and is working outside of those now. So the book is about her personal recovery, but I'll be interviewing her.
Right. So it's a series of interviews?
It's a series of interviews,
Yeah.
yes. I have conversations.
Is the 3rd C connection?
It is.
You would know that.
It is.
Yeah.
Good job.
Well, Kelly, what do you think about the new place?
You know what? I am so impressed. I've been walking by. I'm a big Gloucester walker.
Yeah.
This is one of my
I've seen you walk
roots.
by.
Yeah. And I'm just fabulously interested. I find I think it was New Haven has a place like this where you can see them filming on the street, and I've always been fascinated by that. And when I knew that 1623 was coming here, I thought, great move.
Well, you'll be front and center now the next time
Yeah.
Appreciative Recovery is airing, and taping.
Yeah.
So, well, enjoy your night tonight. Thanks
Thank
for
you
being
so
here.
much.
Appreciate everything you do for the station and the community.
Okay.
And look forward to working with you in 2020.
Thank you for
Kelly.
having me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a great night. Kelly Knox. What do you think? We're going to keep going or wrap things up? Do we have to be around here for this ribbon cutting thing, or do you want us to keep going? What do you want to do, Lisa?
No, it's time to wrap it up.
We're going to call it a night.
Because it's a party out there.
Yeah, it's a party.
I think there are scissors.
Erich Archer has a lampshade on his head. That's crazy.
Look at him. He's so tall, you can see it too.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a couple minutes left. Of course, we should thank our crew tonight. David Lufkin's right here over my shoulder.
Thank you, David.
What's your name? Jake. Jake what? Arthur. Jake Arthur? There you go. And he's new intern,
Brand new,
right?
yeah.
As well. Thanks for your work tonight. Becky Tober, of course, Alana Horn, and Lisa Smith.
Thank
we
you,
didn't get
guys.
Alana on camera. Maybe next time.
I know.
Heather.
We got 1 minute for Alana.
Yeah,
She's fine. We will be at the Brothers Brew Coffee Shop.
We will.
For now, we're here on Friday, January 31st.
11 o'clock,
11
Facebook
a.m.
Live,
We have
right?
a killer list of guests for that show too. And come on, homemade donuts.
Right? The best donuts
Now we're
ever.
talking. Great job, Heather, nailing that for us.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah.
I just went down to get a donut, and I said, "Can we do a show here?" Really easy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, it's been awesome working with you.
You too.
And we're looking forward to the next chapter for 1623 and for Now We're Here.
And now we're here, and maybe I'll see you on the Daily for a little tiny bit.
I think so too. Have this be my guest host the first week of the Daily, which launches Monday, February 3rd.
Right.
Beautiful,
right,
beautiful.
Exactly. So Monday through Friday, right? Kind of in the morning, late morning maybe.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Yeah, we'll feel our way through that.
But we'll be at Now We're Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. Let's go have a drink.
Please, yes, that'll
Mix
be
it
fun.
up a little bit. So thanks for tuning in tonight. If you have a chance, we're about to cut the ribbon now, and then we'll be here for another hour or so, and then back at the grind tomorrow here from 11 Pleasant Street in downtown Gloucester. It's the new studios, 1623 Studios. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Now We're Here.
Okay, so ready? On 3, 2, 1, cut.
Woo!